that light. I mean, it's good either way. I mean, if you want to try cutting it off.
Think y'all live?
Yeah, I just got the notification.
Something ringing?
Come. Yeah, we on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Send double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you. I am all across the four corners of the earth, preaching the word in sincerity and truth. This is a Great Millstone Dallas. We're here on the Elder Yashawamba's page, having a brief class real quick. Just wanted to talk a little bit of mindset today. The brother Sha'ar had mentioned something that we had been previously talking about. And I mentioned on a lesson that I did, just kind of doing a kind of like an algo update, where we're going to see a lot more propaganda. We're going to see a lot more fear ramp up out in society. And with that being understood, we can take scriptures and previous history and extract how we are supposed to move, or how we should move. The scriptures are a GPS system for us. It guides us in the direction that we're going, right? And so during the time of the apostles, during the time of the men of the Lord and the prophets, when things were hot and heavy inside of a kingdom or an empire, when things were getting ready to go down, they moved with prudence. They had to move with prudence, man. Just because things are at a heightened time and position to where people are going to want to report you to the powers that be. And so in like manner, we have to move with that mindset and understanding to know that we are behind enemy lines. Be careful with your tongue. Be careful with your mouth. You can speak into existence something that you don't intend to if you do not tame your tongue. Okay? Know who you're talking to before you speak. Understand the person that you're talking to before you just get to run at the mouth. We all have to watch out for that. Do you have an opening statement?
I had to open a precept.
Absolutely.
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. You guys.
God, man, we have to walk circumspectly, knowing what's about, redeeming the time. Now, we see everything that's happening on the news. We see the ramp up within the media. We see that they're kind of making things more mandatory. This is affecting the people. When you go on social media and you look at your Facebook, you look at your Instagram, you look at TikTok or whatever you're on, you see a heightened sense of aggression. You see a heightened sense of, oh, if you're not Vanessa, then you're a danger to society. More and more, they're taking videos down that normally wouldn't get taken down even 3 months ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have. You see, what's being taken down now is not necessarily reporting the news. What's being taken down now is prophesying about the news.
Right.
When you actually put pieces together and link it to future events, they take that video down and give you a strike. You don't even have to go into anything medical. You know? Or anything that deals with being anonymous.
Right.
You know, because cryptocurrency pages are being taken down right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it deals with moving your finances around anonymously.
Right.
They want to centralize control, man. And the people who worship the image of the beast, they police that. Your grandma, your auntie, maybe your girlfriend or wife, they might be an agent of Satan.
Yeah.
Be circumspect.
Let's
go, champ.
This is Rock chapter 27 and verse 12. It says, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time. Be thou continually among men of understanding.
Know who you talking to.
Right.
Know who you're around, people that truly have your back through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shemel Shah. Are you talking to someone who's on the same mission as you? Be circumspect, right? What circum means circle, spec means to see. See everything around you. Understand what's going on around you. You got a precept? Did you have something, Maya?
Come. This is now hit the Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. It says,
okay.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Read it one more time.
Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on.
Right, and so it said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. You know, hiding yourself doesn't mean you bitch made. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart, man. Even a jaguar knows when to get up in the tree and chill.
Yeah.
Even a lion knows when he's outnumbered by the hyenas and not to engage.
That's right.
All right.
Say, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Serpents know their limitations.
Yeah.
So they ain't just for the gold. You gotta, to get them to strike, they gotta be in serious danger.
Yeah.
So they don't just go out striking like that. You get stepped on.
Right.
They know that they're vulnerable. So you can have serpent-like qualities on the left and on the right. All right, and we can take. That's why Yahweh said that. Be wise as a serpent.
Can I get this in? Can I get this in the NLT?
Sure.
It says a prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. And that's what we're doing through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're taking precautions. Like you say, watch how we walk, how we deal with these worldly people that could be for our good or could be for our bad. We're just being circumspect.
There's no reason to be at your job. Man, I don't know why you would take that vaccine, man. Hell no, kid, dude. Man, I ain't taking it. You taking it?
You ever heard of walking the beach?
Hey, man, did you watch this video, man? Watch this video right here, man.
Dabu, you ever be on Dabu?
Don't be at your job being simple as hell, man.
Yeah, that's silly.
Know who you're talking to, man. No reason to engage and get all into it with the people.
Because that's a new man's spirit to a new brother's spirit.
Yeah,
you think you got to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you newer brothers, hey, we went through those stages, so listen to us. And now is definitely not the time to be in that spirit, man. Because these niggas will report your ass.
Real quick, we're in that time of tattling. We're in that time of getting snitched on and getting rewarded.
Division.
They're going to start to do those type of things. You know, let us know if there's anybody in your neighborhood that you know that need to take this vaccine. We'll reward you for being such a great citizen. You know, thank you for being a good American. You know, all these type of things are getting ready to come. This is not just movie talk anymore. Be circumspect. What you got, Champ?
This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 17. It says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
Right.
And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles."
Right. And so we're going to have these issues to where, you know, you might be before, your employer, or maybe even it gets to the point to where law enforcement may get involved. Well, you know, the Lord willing, that is for the sake of the gospel and not for the sake of you arguing with somebody at the water cooler about whether or not you're going to take the Vanessa.
Right.
Those type of things can be avoided by being prudent with your mouth and your tongue. Okay?
I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
That's what's about to happen.
See that?
And we see it. This devil is so crafty, and it's so much enchantments and magic going on the left-hand side that people are just following the narratives openly. They don't even think twice about what they're saying. Like within a week or within 2 weeks, the whole world is now separated.
Yeah.
Right.
Very quickly.
This is a new religion now. These niggas
Absolutely.
walking around with this dinosaur DNA in them.
Yep.
It's like a religion now.
Yep.
You got dinosaur in you?
Mm-hmm.
You tripping if you ain't got the dinosaur. Right. They growing tails. They tripping. You screaming in the screen, going on rants. Like the whole world is divided, man.
Right.
People are just above that. People who eat McDonald's, all right, gas station hot dogs.
Yeah. Never cared about their health.
They don't never care about health. Now, abortions. Now they're telling you, you're killing everybody if you don't. Where's your mask, or you dinosaur?
Yeah, bro. It goes to show you the spirit that the Lord allowed to be on these people in these last days, bro. It's a special spirit that's on a special retarded spirit that's on these people, and that's something that we all gotta constantly remember when we're in the world dealing. When we see people doing all this dumb stuff, you know, these people are being sealed pretty much. So what we're bearing witness to at the end of the day is really the will of the Heavenly Father. That's why it's so important that we walk circumspectly, not as fools, but wise as it's written of, because these people are obviously in league with Satan. And that's the spirit that's put on them for the exact reason, because of that separation that this Quran just went into. Separation has to come, and you don't want to entertain these people that are in that spirit. You don't want to entertain it. Obviously, we're on the highways. We say things that offend people and such. We make ourselves a living sacrifice for the gospel's sake. But you don't want to add extra affliction to your bonds by being unprudent. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this day that we're in right now. Knowing these people are going to come up against us. You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
They wandering after the beast. They worship the beast.
Yep.
So they rolling with the beast. Like they driving off with the beast driving the car, serpent driving the car, and they looking back at you throwing the middle finger. That's where they at with it.
Yep.
Straight up.
God, I got a precept.
You got a real good one on the comment board, real quick. Vengeance of his temple 144 put, Sirach 20:5. There's one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling becometh hateful. Some man holdeth his tongue because he have not to answer, and some keepeth silent knowing his time. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. So we talked about redeeming the time. That's right. Knowing what time you're in.
Just to, and this flows right with that. Actually, I got two. This is Amos 5:13. Therefore, the prudent, which is the wise, shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. You know, so you got to, just like the what the elder just brought out from the brother on the comment board, man. You know, we're coming into some very wicked, evil times, man. Where these even your own family is going to turn against you, just like the priest just brought out that scripture going into how a brother is going to serve a brother, you know, unto death, man. You know, and I got one more real quick. This is Colossians chapter 4 and verse 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without what? This knowledge, man, the spirit of the Lord. Redeeming the time, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You know, that's, hey man, that's clear. That's clear and to the point, man. You know, you got to walk, be seasoned, walk with salt, man. You know, this the knowledge, wisdom, understanding gives you that, man. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, doesn't have that, man. You know, they're not walking in the spirit of the Lord. So, hey, they're gonna be down with this system, like the Zaquan said. You know, they're ready to throw the finger up at you and give you up, man.
That's right.
Hey, they're rolling with the science. They down with it.
That's right. That's why it says in the book of John, going into how when they cast you in prison, they're gonna think that the Most High is doing them. Pretty much, they're doing the Most High a favor.
Saving America.
Saving America. What they don't understand is the God that they're worshiping blindly is really Satan. You know what I'm saying? But they believe it's the God of heaven and earth, and they'll say it's the God of the Bible and Christianity, but it's in complete opposition to that.
But I think Satan is all in this whole operation, man. I mean, there's so many. It plays on people's flesh. You know, it's satanic, man. It's absolutely satanic, and people are under that strong delusion that we read about in 2 Thessalonians, man.
Facts.
So they're gonna get worse. There's gonna be more juice they gotta take, and they're gonna get dumber. And this is the walking apocalypse. These are the zombies that were prophesied about via Esau's left hand entertainment. These are you see them. So you got to be careful as you're out here in this world. These people are some high level Satanists, man. These women. So you got to be very, very wise. And you didn't get this wisdom just to curse out people on the corner or cut people. Now it's time, we got to use this wisdom as we walk in this walk to really get the victory. We got to apply what the coach told us, what your trainer told you. You got to go in the ring now and fight like that. You know?
Scripture says, put ye on the elect.
Right, that's right.
You got to put it on. Right?
Yeah. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 4. It says, the best of them is as a briar, the most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge, talking about Jake. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh, now shall be their perplexity, which is confusion, right? Verse 5, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide.
Your co-worker. I mean, y'all cool, y'all talk about how the white man crazy here and there, but he's still a coon, but he knows something wrong. Like, don't say it wet. Watch that nigga, man.
That's right. That's right.
Watch that guy. He ain't cool.
Anybody that took the Vanessa,
Yeah.
you already know
That mindset, yeah.
their head is in a whole different place than yours.
That's right. Yeah. It's just true.
Bro, I don't care if he's an Israelite.
Yeah.
ISUPK got all the studs on, the shades.
Yeah, but
Talking
you
about
work with
Edomites,
You
but
see him on the break.
he took the Vanessa though. You think you just gonna have a conversation? No, man. He on the other side.
That's right. It says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Yep.
That's even going to those that are real close to you. You know? Being quiet, man.
Your woman. Yeah,
That's right.
we're living in those times. This is an evil time, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Satan, the people who are in that spirit, they kind of know their time is up too, so they're gonna get more wicked to fight.
Straight up.
Like those demons when Yahushua walked up, they said, "Are you coming to torment us before our time?" It was basically like, "Let us have our time, man." You know what I'm saying? So these demons are getting ready to manifest in ways you never saw.
Man, that's right.
It's gonna be weird. It's already getting weird. The way people are is weird. It's different.
Yeah.
Weird and random.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And only the devil on earth has power to sway people to be like that. After he's done all of this wickedness, this enslaved, poison, now this is what he's pushing, man. Poison every goddamn body, put everybody in captivity, got everybody in debt, pushes nothing but wicked pharmaceutical medications, right? All what's in the food? Death. Now, if you don't have the dinosaur, you're promoting death.
Right.
Well, what the fuck? That is high level witchcraft, man.
That's right. Straight up. Verse 6. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
And you see that more now in this generation.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful generation. And people are wicked like that to their spiritual parents and to their actual parents. You have people who just curse them out, talk all type of shit.
Right.
The best thing to do is just separate.
That's right.
Calling him, just don't be around.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, go ahead.
God, a man's enemies are the men of his own house. Therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My power will hear me. And that just ties into what you stated, man. Even people that are, you might have been close with, friends, relatives and such, might go to the cookout. They ask you if you got the waters. My grandma tried to ask me that recently. You know what I'm saying? You know, breast up. No, I'm not right now. You know what I'm saying? But these are the people that are going to be wanting to sell you out in that day because of the spirit that's on these people. You know, that's exactly what it is. Satan working with these people to use them to get to you. Just as it happened when Yahushua. You remember the account where Yahushua's siblings came up to him like, I'm sorry, thy mother and thy siblings want to talk to thee. But when you go into that account prior to why they came up with him, Yahushua was doing those miracles, confessing the name of his father. And those people said he had a demon on him around that time, man. So his friends and his relatives were like, no, we got to get him. No, he tripping. And they went up there with him. That's why Yahushua replied the way he did. Hey, this is my father. This is my mother, my sister, for them that do the will of the Father. You know, so your own family members that you might be close to, a lot of them are going to come up against you in that day, just as they came up against our Lord. These are the times that we're approaching right now. This is the time that we in right now. That was it on that precept.
Right. I got Luke chapter 12, verse 54. It says, and he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, and ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right? When thou goest with thine adversary to the magistrate, as thou art in the way, give diligence, that thou mayest be delivered from him, lest he hail thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and the officer cast thee into prison. I tell thee, thou shalt not depart thence till thou hast paid every last mite. So the whole thing is, don't be a hypocrite in understanding the time that we're in currently, and also be wise when dealing out here with certain powers that be. It might not just be your auntie, your friends. It might be a situation A regulatory body might say, hey, this or hey, that. And you up there arguing at your job about why you should keep your job because you're not taking the Vanessa. Don't do that. Move around. Be prudent. But also, if we know that these times are coming up, just be mindful. Don't just spend every last penny you got on some wine because you don't give a fuck because the world is ending anyway.
Right.
If you're a guy, don't spend, like, keep some money in the bank.
Yep.
Try to have at least 3 to 6 months rent in the bank. You can do that. Trust me. If you go over your budget, like little things, like be mindful of what you got going on, man. Understand you don't want to be dependent on the powers that be. Because fear, distress, haste, it brings impulsive decisions. And usually impulsive decisions take away your freedom and legacy.
That's right.
So we have to be mindful of not putting ourselves in a situation where it's like, oh man, I need some help. Ooh, can anybody help me now? Like, you didn't just happen to get that way most of the time.
Right.
Okay? Do you have something?
I actually do got something real quick. Yeah. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 26. And it reads, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. And that goes into laboring. You know what I'm saying? Bearing the yoke, really can go into laboring. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what you're supposed to be doing. Verse 28, he sitteth alone and keepeth silence, because he hath borne it upon him. He putteth his mouth to the dust, if so be there may be hope. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him. He is full of the reproach. So the simple point going into that is to really just handle your business, be responsible, and don't just be out there just putting yourself out there like that.
Right.
Don't make yourself an open target.
Well, it said he giveth his cheek, meaning turn the other cheek.
That's
meaning,
right.
Basically, you're not trying to have a victory here.
That's right.
That don't mean you just get socked in the damn head all damn day. Get the other one. Get the other one. No, it's talking about pretty much. We can't judge according to the law here. There's victory. You can't get a victory here. This is not our rest. So you turn the cheek, and instead of, you don't have to be opinionated about everything that you don't agree with while you're on your job and in different circumstances. You just shut the hell up.
Man.
And it doesn't justify their actions. It puts the onus on them when people come against you.
Right.
See, that's an actual war tactic. That's actually a psychological tactic.
Right.
Turning the other cheek is a psychological tactic. Because whenever someone is condemning or coming against you and you're not really doing anything to justify it, then now the people that are watching are like, why are you doing that to that dude?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to him? Like, he didn't do it. Like, this is a good person. Like, this person's not doing anything to you. Why are you doing that to them? So now the onus of the action turns, you're heaping coals on their head. Right? And that's how you do it. It's a psychological tactic as well. Meant for guerrilla warfare. We are in that times where you have to be smart about the way you move, because the way you move can compound quickly. It can compound righteously, or it can compound on the left-hand side. So be circumspect.
I got a precept on it. This is Sirach chapter 23 verse 7. It says, "Hear, O ye children."
Lift your voice.
This is Sirach chapter 23 verse 7. Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips.
That's a good one.
Verse 8.
Read that again.
Ecclesiastes 23 and 7. Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips. Verse 8.
Keep your mouth, basically.
Yep.
Observe the time, understand, and now the mistakes we used to make and all of the little petty stuff we used to do, now's the time out for that shit. You gotta be on point. All right, we're walking in the overthrow of our, the peril of our overthrow. How's the word in the Sirach, the 13th chapter. So
That's right.
keep your mouth, man. It's shut the fuck up sometimes too. You got brothers that like to, you don't have to talk to every goddamn body. Leave people the fuck alone. Stop. Seriously, man. You gotta learn, you know, every woman you see, you don't have to say nothing. Just be cool. Chill out. And let's get to the kingdom. Then we can do anything you want. You can talk all damn day in the kingdom. All day you can just talk. That's what you desire to do. Now it's just not the time, man.
That's right.
Chill out, man. Get the victory.
Straight up.
Man, read that again, Mama Kasha.
Okay.
About Lamentations.
Yeah.
Yeah, read that again.
This is Lamentation 3:26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth.
Mm-hmm.
He sitteth alone and keepeth silence,
Mm-hmm.
because he hath borne it upon him.
Mm-hmm.
He putteth his mouth to the dust. And that goes into humbling, even, you know what I'm saying? That's a form of humiliation right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to go out and have to speak all the dang time. You know, being in the dust goes into really just humility. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of it. It says, if so be there may be hope. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him. He is filled full with reproach.
God. Brother, vengeance of his temple for 144 put Luke 20:20. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, so that they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest the way of the Most High truly. Is it lawful? It says, is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar or no? And you see they were trying to trap him up, right? And so there might be situations where you see these type of things, man. So we read the scriptures and understand. Like, if, you know, people are trying to get to the point to where they want to get you to answer these questions amongst other bodies of people. You know when to dip out, when, you know, when to say, when render unto Caesar what is Caesar, you know. You know when to say, hey, man, you know, that's the rules and regulations. That's the rules and regulations. Meanwhile, I'm out. You know, peace. So we have to be mindful about these type of things, these technicalities in the scriptures that we see during a time of trouble are going to start to really come up now. Now these scriptures are going to begin to be more activated.
That's right.
It's been a progression.
Yep.
There are certain scriptures we've been reading, it wasn't really relevant to our walk, but now these scriptures are activating themselves in the midst of war, in the midst of, you know, martial law, social upheaval, pestilence, all of these things are beginning to be activated. And so we have to be more mindful of what we've been studying and reading. Okay?
Yep. This is Proverbs 12 and 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
That's right. That's right. I got one. Proverbs 10 and 19. And the multitude of words there wanted not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise.
Yeah, man, you know, don't cast your pearls into swine.
Right.
You know? Don't cast your pearls into swine. Know who you're talking to.
Right.
Be circumspect. Be circumspect wherever you are.
Everything you say can be held against you, man. Just like Esau tell you when they're arresting you, you know? It really can, man.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Angels watching.
Yep.
You know, you just gotta be very, very, you gotta walk on eggshells. But be fervent in the spirit in these times, man. But you gotta make wise decisions. One of the things that got the nation of Israel where they are today is horrible decision making, not thinking. You know, that's a legacy of Israel. Well, we have to, the remnant, what? The remnant gotta be on point. You know? So to get through this, we have the wisdom and war tactics. Because that's what wisdom is. It's better than weapons of war, right?
Right.
So it's you use these little nuggets. These things are important, man.
Right.
Remember, you're behind enemy's line. Okay, the people who are full of shit, they're the norm. Okay, people who are down with the serpent, who are down with Satan, team serpent, they all around, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is, they said there's many anti-Messiah. So we're here. So now we got to go out into this world and use these, hey, what does it say? Put on the full armor.
Right. Ephesians 6.
That's it. This is a part of the armor. Okay?
You can go ahead.
This is Romans 9,
And I'll start at verse 33. It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's elect? It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that justify you.
And you know why you can't lay anything to the charge of the elect? Because ultimately they were chosen from the foundation of earth.
Right.
The spirit that they're in, they're blameless.
Exactly.
What charge could they lay to Yahushai? It said they came with many false accusations and none of them stuck. It wasn't true about him. See, Esau's only hope is that what he's pushing about Jake is true about us. Okay? But it's not true. So there's a spirit we're gonna walk in that's gonna be like, fuck.
Yep.
We speak out against guns and shit like that at camp, and we speak. Our testimony keeps us in the clear,
Right.
and your behavior, because your behavior is also a part of your testimony.
Right.
You know.
Verse 34 says, who is he that condemneth? It is Mashiach that died, yea, brother, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love? Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword?
Yeah, the scripture says, "Be still and know that I'm the Most High." So we're gonna be put in situations where it's real tight, where you get real conflicted inside, where you just want out, and it's good, man. It purifies your soul. You know, when you can choose integrity over bending to the will of the world, and that's gonna increase, man. That, you know, that's what we're saying. Like, there's a time, you know, when Yahweh Shai was coming up to trial and basically gonna just get taken and be crucified. There wasn't no other way out. There wasn't no going this way or going there. You just got to do what you got to do and know that the Most High's got our back. We got to just be still in our faith, be steadfast, and just keep moving forward, because it's going to get really pressured out here, man. But the Most High is beautiful, because what's happened over all this course of time is we've been able to build networks, we've been able to build leadership all across the four corners. There's not a major city you Akim can't go to and not have a place to call upon, and not have a place where you can rest your head, and not have a brother that you can trust in. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a massive network has been created. People don't have what we have. People barely have 2-3 friends that they trust, maybe even no one. Now you have a whole body spread across a complete landscape that you know what they believe in, you know their standard, you know what they're down for, you know what I'm saying? So the Most High put us in a position where we'll be all right. We'll be fine. Just gotta trust and believe. Okay?
And operate in wisdom, if I can, Zaquan. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And what the elder Yashawamba had made mention of earlier, I forgot exactly what he said. It made me think of the account with King David when he played dumb, basically, before that king, you know, and he was drooling down his beard and everything. You know, he knew to basically behave a certain way, you know, to get out of a particular situation, you know. And I wanted to bring out this Ecclesiastes 3:1 because it goes to show that right now, like the elders and the brothers are going into, we're in that time period where, you know, like the elder said, you know, it's time to shut the fuck up, man. It's time to just, you know, hone in on our purpose and, you know, do the work. And that's pretty much it, man. You know, all the rest, you know, really of the heavy lifting is going to come from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know.
Hey, jump down to verse 7, bro.
Come. Ecclesiastes 3:7. It says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. There you go.
The Lord is getting ready to take his word away from the earth. They ain't, you know, so hey, these people don't deserve your energy. They're through, they're nasty, they've shown their hand, and then they're just flat out wicked. So at the end of the day, let the wicked be wicked.
Yep.
Okay, and seek out such as be like thee. And that's very important now. You're gonna want to cling to people who are down, all right, in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? More than, I mean, of course, we still got to do what we got to do, but be mindful of being around these people in this world too much, because you can start to think like these people, man. And then she can start to put fear on you. You can start to justify their points and all this bullshit. So you want to be more locked in with people who are like-minded, that are gonna aid in your purpose. Right. All right.
precept.
Yeah.
This is Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
Right.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Right. Yeah. You go out in this world, you use this world, but you don't abuse it. Overindulging with these people, bro. Hey, man, I would be in and out. Be in and out with these people, man. Don't tell them too much about you. You know, be mindful of who you bring in your house. This is real quick. Sirach 32:8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. All right, you're going to be in situations where people are saying something completely wrong. Hey, just shake your head. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because you saying that one thing could just spark a demon in them. Y'all can't even tell them this. You know, just be, just become a demon. You know. So just, hey, man, yeah. Oh,
Like
really?
poker, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, for real? Ain't no slave ships? All right, cool. Like, I was just talking to my homie in the world yesterday. He just threw it out there, man.
Right.
I don't believe in the slave ships. Or maybe he's watching me. I'm like, oh, okay. I hear you, bro. That's what's up, man. How your mom doing? Yeah, I'm not gonna argue back and forth. You know, hey, man, the Deuteronomy 28. No.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Hey, and that's why the scriptures also say to argue not with the fool.
Yeah.
All right, because you have certain instances. Let's say you're on the highways or whatever. You going back and forth with somebody according to the scriptures. But then you have those scenarios like he's going into where just chill. Let them be wrong.
Yeah.
They don't got the juice.
Now on the highways, the thing about the highways and the byways, that's our battlefield.
Absolutely.
Now they're on our battlefield.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gonna defend the God. So certain people, you get the hell out of here.
Yeah, right.
Certain times you defend the gospel, but that's our playing field. That's where we win. This world is not our playing field, man. This is their shit. Let them have it. That's what Yahweh Shah was teaching the disciples.
That's right.
When he said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. If this was my kingdom, then will my servants fight. You know, he wasn't about a carnal victory. That's what the Zealots and the Sicarii, that's what they were all about. Trying to fulfill their own will. Yahweh Shah, look, man, we got to do the will of the Father, bro.
That's right.
You know?
I want to read that story about King David, if you don't mind. Did you finish it?
A quick one, just a quick one, real quick. This is Matthew 5:25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast in prison.
We in that time.
Yep. Agree with your adversary quickly, man.
Doesn't make you weak.
No.
It's actually a war tactic. You heaping coals, you're innocent, you good.
Right.
Let them be wicked. You just be righteous. You know what the hell you got to do. Go do a lesson. You know? Curse his ass out on a lesson or something, bro. Find the scripture to go into. Use that energy for the purpose of the kingdom, man. Win in an argument with a dummy who already got bat juice in him. Then what do you get out of that? He's dead. Yeah. What are you arguing with this nigga for?
Right. I got 1 Samuel chapter 21 verse 10. It says, and David arose and fled that day for fear of Saul, and went to Achish the king of God. Right. And the servants of Achish said unto him, is not this David the king of the land? Did they not sing one to another of him in dances, saying, Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands?
Because he's just sitting there to get himself out of the situation. Right. But he's just sitting there acting retarded, basically.
He's playing, and they're wondering, why is he running?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they're questioning him, and like, you know. So it says this in verse 12. It says, and David laid up these words in his heart, and was so afraid of Achish, the king of God.
Thought about it.
So now he's like, oh man, they're questioning what's going on. You know. So then he does this. It says, and he changed his behavior before them, and feigned himself mad in their hands, and scrambled on the doors of the gate, and let his spittle fall down upon his beard. Right? So he started to act retarded.
Right.
Right? Then said Achish to the servants, Lo, you see, the man is mad. Wherefore then have you brought him to me? Have I need of a madman that ye have brought this fellow to play the madman in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house? So now that backed them off from like messing with him, questioning him more. And sometimes you might have to do that.
Right.
You know, I ain't saying let spittle fall down on your beard, man.
Hey, you might,
you know,
in front of the
right?
police.
You might have to, but but just
Have a
like
nice night, sir.
when people ask you questions, they questioning you. You know, you should act like you don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just,
You know about the Illuminati? Well,
I don't know.
Yep.
that deep shit is
Thou
over.
sayest,
Mhm.
thou sayest. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
All
right.
I do is watch TV all day. Like video games. I don't know.
Right. And when you go into that word behavior right there in the Hebrew, one of the definitions for it literally means intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was an intelligent move. Like we know we blessed with the understanding that the Lord had given us. Nobody else deserves to know that. They don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So dumb it down for these people. You know?
Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
That's right.
Yep. So just we're in a time of being highly circumspect about who you're talking to, what surroundings you have, what you got going on, your personal actions and dealings, man. You know, be mindful of what side of the fence people are on.
Right.
Let your standard be your filter with how close someone gets to you. The scriptures is a standard. And that standard filters out relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Some person that's on this side of the standard that you live by, they don't get that close to you.
Right.
So a person that's right there with you and running with you in war, they have a closer relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, filter, let the standard through of these words of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding be your filter and guide on how closely you deal and associate with people.
Right.
That's just prudent.
Right.
Okay, that's just smart. Okay, y'all want to expound more? Yeah. You have any more points? Well, you know, that was just a quick lesson we wanted to do on that because we see the propaganda that's being pushed out. You know, we pray all you Akim and even you sisters out there, be mindful of what's coming up. Don't let them pressure you into feeling like you don't need any of this shit. You don't need your job. You don't need none of that. Don't let them put the pressure of losing something in this world make you compromise what you know is spiritually right.
That's right. That's
Be
right.
circumspect, okay?
Okay. I just thought of something real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be careful, man. It happens to all of us, but I'm gonna say this too. Be careful on social media too, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to prudence, be careful on social media. Just wanted to add that out there too.
I wouldn't be putting my children up there either. I would chill on that. Whoever doing it, that would be something to be mindful of because people they're getting ready to. It's getting ready to go down.
Right.
So protect. You know, be wise, man.
Right.
Be wise. I mean, at the end of the day, a brother gonna do what he do.
Yeah.
You your own man, but Spirit just told me to throw that out
For
there.
sure. Yeah,
I'm saying
absolutely.
these people know that what you do. They see
Big time
you.
troubles too, man.
Yeah, now you know
Demons.
he got his son. You know, got your son throwing up saying shalom and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just hide, bro.
Yeah.
Just hide in the Lord. You know, we'll be able to be the man in the kingdom. Everybody be looking for us under Yahweh. We're gonna be good. Right now, that being the man and all of that. At the end of the day, let this world have it, man. It's over. It's nasty. It's changed. It ain't the '90s. In the '90s, that would have been cool with Martin.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Although it was wicked, but life had more of a feel to it. It's done now, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Over, man.
That's right.
It's gone.
Yeah, man. So with that, man, we'll give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutation to Yakim, my good push the word, sincerity, and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.